What time? This time. Let me get back here because this is pressing. When I think about Esther, there was a time frame. This was a time sensitive situation that she was faced with. I mean, because the enemy was like, I want them dead now. So it was very time sensitive. So we think about all of the time and the preparation that it took for Esther to get to that point, for her to get chosen, to get into the kingdom, to, learn the language of the kingdom and things of that, to learn the protocols of the kingdom. But then here comes this threat to the people. But it just so happened that she's called to the kingdom for such a time as this. What is that time? The time where the enemy is running havoc right now. That's the time. What time? This time. A right now time. That's why you've been called to the kingdom, because there is an enemy, a very real enemy that's out to destroy people. And God knows that there is somebody that in the midst of it all will still have a if I perish mentality. Like, you know what? I may have to think about it. I may have to weigh some things out. I may, procrastinate a little bit over here and there. But at the end of the day, truth be told, I know that I am called for such a time as this. There was a threat to her life as well. As he said, you know what? Just in case you act like you can't do it, just in case you act like you can't answer that call, relief is going to come from somewhere. Deliverance is going to come from somewhere. But just remember that you're one of us too, so you can't escape. So let's just throw that out there, because you can run, but you can't hide. The Spirit of God is going to chase you down and to remind you that he needs somebody just like you to get the work done. When I think about her, I think about the fact that there was a threat to her people and ultimately also a threat to her life as well. So please don't think you're just doing it for somebody else, because you're doing it for yourself too. You're doing it for your bloodline. That's why things kicked up a bit. It's because he didn't want you to recognize the power and authority and the positioning that you have been placed in. He didn't want you to realize that you have authority, that you have something that many people don't have. You have access to the king. He didn't want you to realize that and that it was put on you. It was put on you before the foundations of the earth. That's why he tried to stop you before. And like I said, all it takes is one person. It's always one. It's always one. All God needs is one. One yes from the right person can save a whole nation.